before, and then a matter of qualifying here for this and all the tournaments.
And here how he got through. He started very slow, 6-game block, in his 18-game qualifiers, qualified 22nd, just snuck into the round, then really charged in the 4th and 5th and 6th rounds of 24-game match play. Now he has a 12-pin lead over Berardi, 5th frame.
And then disaster hits Brian Voss on the left lane. He'll be looking at the 4, 6, 7, 10. Byron, Bo, what do we do here?
Big trouble. He can either go after the 6 and 10 and try to bounce him out of the pit or slide it across. A very tough shot. He'll use extra speed. Look at this. Look at this.
Oh!
Whoa, you know, Chris, I've only seen that made one time. Sam Macarone made it while bowling in the match play finals of Las Vegas tournament 2 weeks ago. He did it by sliding across. I like the way that Brian Voss attacked it, just bouncing it out. But Berardi leads by 4. He gained that lead sitting on the bench, has a strike up in the 4th, can extend his lead to 14 with a strike.
And the boy from Brooklyn leaves the 7-pin looking at his right hand.
A lesson to be learned by what Berardi's going through as you see his action on the right-hand lane. He was light in the first frame on this lane. Then he made the adjustment to the right and went high, leaving the 6-10, moved half the difference, and almost got a strike.
What's that, 23 or 24 mile an hour speed when he shoots spares? A good crack 60 feet away when they collide.
Berardi pounding that rosin on his bowling ball. PBA regulations say you must wipe it off. You can leave nothing on the surface of your ball that will increase the roll or come off onto the lane surface. So Berardi, 4-pin lead, 6 frame. See how it works.
There's a mixer that he wanted. Earlier we had a chance to talk to Joe Berardi about his bowling hand.
Well, the only way to alleviate it is to stop bowling, and that's not too lucrative for me. You know, I have to realize that I've actually bowled 2 league seasons in 3 weeks. But because of the friction, the heat, it causes my hand to tear and to rip. So I just have to live with it. I guess you could call it an occupational hazard.
Meanwhile, Brian Voss shooting in the 6th frame after an open leaves the 6-10.
With Brian Voss, simply this. He was all pumped up against Steve Wunderlich, has calmed down somewhat, but he's slowed his ball speed down. One of the keys, that we say it every week, is to maintain an even ball speed. Voss was 18 to 19 miles an hour the first game. Now he's slowed down 16, 17. The ball's drifting high on him. Look out. Oh!
Trying to win back-to-back Quaker State Opens. Now he has back-to-back open frames, 92 through 6.
As you see Voss's ball sliding by the 6 and 10 pins, just chipping off the 10-pin. Voss trails by 15. And Brian Voss last night didn't have the luxury of watching the match between Steve Wunderlich and Tom Kreitz on this very pair. Tom Kreitz stuck in that very same spot on lane 40 last night on the approach, fouled, and allowed Wunderlich to come up in the top 5. It has happened to Voss here today.
And then to add further misery, Nelson.
Pretty close hit, Chris, but once again, the 4-9 split, an apparent good hit. Now, he was tripping that 4-pin out before, but now he needs to slide that 4 over into the 9 to keep any type of pressure on Joe Berardi.
Three open frames, disastrous for the first game winner, Brian Voss. We'll be back. You're looking at the all-time money winner, Mark Roth, Joe Berardi's roommate. He's on our telecast again.
3rd consecutive week for Roth as he warms up on lanes 47 and 8 here at the 60-lane Forum Center. Watch out for Roth. The action slowed down a little bit here in the second match as Voss is going at only a 161 pace, Berardi a 187 pace. Berardi has a 26-pin lead through 6 frames and extend to 36 because he has a strike up here in the 6th with an additional strike in the 7th.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, resounding strike. And are we delighted to go back to the Greater New Orleans area next week for the Don Carter Greater New Orleans Open. Oh, we haven't done a telecast there since 1978.
Been
and
a
I've
few-
missed hearing Pete Fountain, believe me.
Aha, your good friend, Pete Fountain. Hope he can
Yes.
come out next weekend.
Oh, he will.
I missed the crawfish, to tell you the truth.
Okay.
And the lovely people down there, as you see Berardi coming up in the 8th, 36-pin lead, can extend to 46 pins. He would have a commanding edge over Voss if he can strike here.
Ten-pin on the left lane. Look at that long, hard look. That Debbie's husband, Joe Berardi. Parents of two, expecting twins. And Debbie, we hope, is resting after a short stay in the hospital this week, though.
She had a little virus behind the lungs, I understand. Has got it all straightened out.
Good.
Berardi knew that 10-pin in the 8th frame could have been the coup de grace. Now he has given Voss a chance. Beefcake, as they call him. The centerfold of the PBA Tour needs strikes right here to have any chance.
Boy, he accepts the challenge. Brian Voss. You know, you can read body language, facial expressions. Not on Voss. You can Berardi. You can just tell what Berardi's thinking, feeling, but Voss,
Well, Voss, a bachelor's got one bill to pay. Joe Berardi's going to have 6 pretty soon, and that makes a big difference.
in other words, your emotions come out a little more, don't they?
Well, because you reach back and feel your pocketbook first before you throw the ball. Now, Voss needs this strike to stay in the match.
Leaving a 4, left side.
Brian Voss, who has been just a little bit unlucky in this game and kind of a little reciprocity in this game. He got some great breaks against Wonderlic. Has an outside chance, but not much at all. As the best he can shoot is 171.
Okay. And the bowler that loses this game will get $6,500. Steve Wonderlic, who lost to Voss in the first head-to-head match, $5,500. Now, nice foundation strike for Joe Berardi. There's emotions coming on, cheering himself on, and why not?
And with that strike, he assured himself of a victory over Brian Voss. The scoreboard tells the story. Berardi, even with an open frame, would be in the 180s. The best Voss can do is 170. Once again, we're going to have a match like last week. Berardi and Mark Roth.
Roommates, the Brooklyn pair. It's a 10-pin for the winner of our first game, Joe Berardi, our second game, eliminating Brian Voss. He'll next go again. 5 strikes in the second match. Joe Berardi, last week's winner of the AC Delco Classic, eliminates the defending champion, Brian Voss, by a score of 196 to 171. 5 finalists out of a field of 160, Nelson.
42 games, the average for everybody, the 160 players, 204, top 24, 213. And last place in the cash was David Sill. He picked up $1,010 for 53rd. Walter Ray Williams Jr. extended his streak as he picked up $1,020. And here's some of the other 24 finishers. Tom Baker backstroking well. An amateur Ray Perez, national champion Randy Peterson, and Kreitz up there. Del Warren, a good week. Anderson, the top left-handed finisher in the last 6 weeks. They've struggled. There's a Purdue player, Chris, Jeff Miller. Harold Sullivan's, Warren, Sam Macarone, the man who made the 4, 6, 7, 10 in the Showboat. And some of the other top players, as you see, Frank Ellenberg, Masters champion. Bellinger and Joe Furkel.
Oh, there's a Texas lady,
Jeannie
our
Halsey,
hostess.
proprietress here at the Forum Bowling Lanes for the 12th Quaker State Open. And here's a man who has had a fantastic record in that. Mark Roth coming up here in this semifinal match against his roommate, Joe Berardi.
High five. And here they go.